Hey guys, so this video in my wedding series is going to be about registries. Um, a lot of people make registries very early on in the wedding process. A lot of people in the wedding planning process. A lot of people make registries very late in the wedding process, and a lot of people don't make registries at all. What some people will do is they will make registries very early, which is what my fiance and I did because of multiple reasons. We actually have a very long engagement, so we figure why not get some things out of the way. Um, Also, we will get different promotions and things like that from different companies saying, like, okay, if you come in and make a registry with us, you get a free pan or something. So sometimes, I mean, for us, since we are basically starting from scratch, all of the free stuff that we can get is very helpful. And it definitely, because ultimately our plan after the wedding is to move into a place together, because we're not currently living together, we're not going to be able to take, silverware from my parents' house or take pots and pans from his mom's house or from his parents' house. So it was very important to us to create registries because of the fact that when we get married, we will be moving into our own place and we will be starting from scratch. Um, a lot of people now are already living together when they get married. So, of course, if you've been living together for 10 years before you get married, there's no reason for you to make a registry because a majority of the stuff that you would register for, you probably already have it. So, what people will do in alternative cases is they will create like a honeymoon fund and they'll just have like something on like Zola or something online, like a GoFundMe where people can put down funds for. Sorry, my glasses got really blurry. Where people can put down funds for maybe their honeymoon or funds to help them pay for their wedding. Um, what other people will do is they won't create a registry, but they'll more or less explicitly say, "Hey, we just want money," which is always fine because a lot of people feel that even if they make a registry, people don't necessarily stick to it, or they feel like they'd rather just go through the buying process themselves, or they don't feel like they want to make a registry because a lot of people are kind of fickle, and they'll see something 1 second and they'll think they love it, and then when they actually get it, they're like, oh, thanks. So if that's you, then of course there are many alternatives to creating a traditional registry. Um, a majority of the stores do offer a registry, but just because a store offers a registry, that doesn't mean that you have to use it. My fiance and I currently have registered at Bed Bath and Beyond as well as Macy's. Um, as I said, we like to register at places that we know that people can afford, as well as places that have things that we like. So this is a printed copy. As you can see, it's kind of chunky of our Bed Bath and Beyond registry. Because we did make it pretty early, what we do is every few months we'll go through and we will see, okay, do we still like everything that we put? Can we, is anything discontinued? Because that's another issue that you'll run into if you create your registry early. A lot of things will be discontinued. And the reason, I don't know if I told you guys, but the reason we made our registry so early is because when we got engaged, um, one of the first questions people started asking us was like, okay, what can we get you and things like that. And for us, of course, we were very, it was a very overwhelming time because, you just get engaged, you're very excited. We had our engagement party and everything. And a lot of people will just give you money and just kind of give you a card, like a congratulations card, which is always very nice. But a lot of people also want to give you something. So we created our registry very early on for all of the people that kind of were constantly asking, like, okay, what can we get you? And what we've been doing over the last few months is when people give us gifts or um, things like that that are for like our future home or our future living space, or if we get something, we'll just basically pack it up and store it away so that when we are ready to move, we can just basically put everything into the car, into the van or whatever, and just bring it with us. The cool thing about creating a registry early is that people will start getting you gifts off of your registry, even if it's months and months and months and months in advance of your wedding. So the cool thing about that is, for example, it just gives you the opportunity to really see how much people care. Because if you get me a gift for our engagement party off of our registry, and then you get me a gift for the bridal shower off of our registry, and then you get me something else for the bachelorette party, and then you get me something for the wedding, not that you measure the person's love in the gifts that they give you, but it does definitely show you that they really care about you, they really care about your relationship, and that they really hope to basically help you in any way that they can help you, to just really help you to succeed. When you see that they're constantly asking, okay, what can I do to help? How can I help? Do you need anything? Things like that. It definitely just shows you that they really care. So I'm just reading the top of, this is actually one of the older registries, because it does not even have, sorry, it does not have the current date on it, but we are expecting around 300 to 350 guests. So currently, and it tells you on the actual paper that based on a 350 guest minimum, you have enough gifts for 66% of your guests. So of course, we didn't want to put enough gifts for 100% of our guests, because we do have a second registry at Macy's. But we definitely wanted to register at different places just to give people an option. Some people like certain stores over another. Some people have situations where maybe they have a Macy's by their job, but they don't have a Bed Bath & Beyond, or vice versa. Not everybody likes to shop online, so we just wanted to give people a good amount of variety. Another thing that we tried to do that I think is also very important is to put a very good price range on all of the items that you register for. So if you know that you're going to register at a very expensive place, it might be a good idea to either find some cheaper items at that place, or to just also register at a less expensive place like Walmart or Target. I'm not that everything there is less expensive, because they have some pretty expensive stuff too, but you don't want to register only for things that are $250 and over, or only for things that are $400 and over, or even only for things that are $100 and over. Because, for example, I'm still in college, so I do have some people on my guest list that are also college students. And by the time we get married, some of them will still be in school. So, not that we're expecting gifts from anybody, because that's not the reason that we're getting married, to get gifts. But in the case that somebody wants to get us something, we don't then want them to be limited to, okay, have to choose between maybe buying books this semester and getting us a gift, because we only put things that are super expensive. And then a lot of times what will happen then is the person will end up maybe just getting something a little bit less expensive that they think you'll like, that wasn't on your registry. And then when you get it, you're kind of like, oh, thanks, because that's not what you put on your registry. So I do think it's very, very important to put a nice range of prices. You will have some people, like friends and family, that will definitely want to spend more money, but then you'll also have some people, like friends and family, that are in a tougher financial situation, or maybe are getting you multiple gifts, or maybe are contributing to your wedding in a lot of other ways, and don't want to get you a $500 gift as well as contributing to your wedding, or maybe as well as doing other things for you. So it's always important to be very conscious of everybody on your guest list. Don't register for things that you think you're expected to register for. Think about things that, okay, when we are living together, what are we going to need? If you're in a situation like I am, where you're completely starting from scratch, certain things are a must. You have to register for certain electronics. You have to register for certain, plates, dishes, things like that, or forks and spoons. Certain, I'm trying to think. Sorry, let me look through my registry really quickly. Another thing, I'm just gonna go through. This is the Bed Bath and Beyond registry. We registered for, of course, some dining wear, like place settings. We I have a very large family, and his family is smaller than mine, but still a decent size. So what we tried to do is we tried to register for enough if we like, for example, we're hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas or a bigger event like that, and both of our families came over, that we would have enough stuff to at least put together. So, for example, if we registered for 10 plates, that's not enough for both our families. But if we register for 10 plates in white and 10 plates in black, then at least if we have both of our families coming over, we can, kind of mix and match and make something where everybody can be comfortable. In general, we tried to register for at least 10 to 12 of each item, just because we are basically already banking on the fact that we're going to have a good amount of people at our house very often. We also just tried to register for things that were interesting to us, or things that we thought we would really enjoy when it is just the two of us at home. Things that we thought we would definitely need, like a toaster or microwave. We registered, we tried to register for a nice variety of items, just because some people won't necessarily feel comfortable getting you certain things. I mean, if it's for the kitchen, then they'll usually be fine. But, like, for example, I don't know, just certain things. Certain people just wouldn't feel comfortable getting you certain things. So we tried to register for a nice variety of items in a nice variety of price ranges, and give at least an option of two places that people could get gifts for us if they wanted to. So, I know that was a mouthful, but that's everything. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. As always, if you have a personal question about your wedding that you don't want to put in the comments, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is in the description box. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions as to other videos that you want me to do that I haven't done yet, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And as always, happy planning!